Alright, Josh Lackey with Billy's Transmissions of High Point, NC. Here today we're working on a 2005 Honda Pilot, and what I'm going to show you guys in this video is how your transmission can be affected by a dead battery or a poor performing alternator. This vehicle actually came in on a wrecker. It would not pull forward, it did not have reverse, it would not move at all. The owner claimed that they were riding down the road just fine, and all of a sudden it just quit pulling altogether. They had to pull over. They could not get it to do anything at that point, and they had to get a wrecker to come and pick the vehicle back up. Now, when the vehicle came in, the first thing we did was we put the scanner on it, scanned it, did not come up with any transmission codes. The only codes that we got were low voltage codes, and then we got a code for the alternator saying that the alternator is bad. So we've done a test on the alternator, and that's what we've checked. It's got a bad alternator. Now, the way that we went ahead to check to see if the transmission was good is the owner said, hey, you can go ahead and put a new battery in it. I know the battery probably needs replacing anyway. So we went to the parts store, got a new battery, put the new battery in it, cranked it up, rode it down the road, shifted just fine. Okay, had reverse, had everything, it drove fine. So what I'm getting at is that if your battery is dead, or if your alternator is not performing well, a lot of these newer model transmissions are electronically controlled. So if you're not getting a full 12 volts to your line pressure solenoids, your EPC solenoids, or your shift solenoids, the transmission is not going to perform like it's supposed to. So I think this customer is going to be real happy to find out that all we have to do is put an alternator on this vehicle as opposed to rebuilding the entire transmission. So just a quick note, if you guys are experiencing transmission troubles, it might not be that your transmission is the problem. You might want to do some investigating and make sure your electrical system is good too. Obviously, like I said before, these newer model transmissions, they're pretty much electronically controlled. Everything in the transmission is controlled with solenoids and sensors and all different types of electrical wiring harnesses, all that stuff. So what you guys want to do is, before you decide that, hey, your transmission's bad and you need a transmission rebuilt, have that alternator checked or have your battery checked, have your electrical system checked to make sure. You know, because you never know. It could just be the alternator, or it could just be the battery that's causing your issue. And there's a big difference between, fixing the alternator and fixing the entire transmission as far as price goes. So a lot of, this customer was, ready to junk the vehicle because they thought it was a transmission, and they didn't really want to spend the type of money on a transmission. So they're really going to be happy to find out that it was just a bad alternator, and that's what it took to fix this thing versus us having to go through the entire transmission. So here's another one fixed, and I'm sure this is going to be another happy customer, and tune in for some more future videos.
My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah.
Wow. If you guys ever have to take one of these alternators off, it's not so bad getting to the bolts, but getting that thing out of this small compartment was a chore. I'm going to tell you what, if I were you, I would leave it to the professionals. I'm going to tell you what I did just in case you guys do try to tackle this on your own. What I did was I actually had to I got a coat hanger and just hooked it through one of the top bolt hole, and I just had one person pull on it while we manhandled that thing and yanked it out of there. That is so tight, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it was just a heck of a time trying to squeeze that thing out of there. That was a chore. Wow. I mean, look at this. Look at that. How are you going to fit it in there? There's barely any room. I'm telling you, this thing squeezed out. This took more time to get this out than it did to take it loose from the engine. Wow. Thanks a lot, Honda. Thanks a lot.